Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Will and Wise.
The Dog Show Drive. Don't forget to click like and subscribe to the podcast you listen to.
Yep, that and more. Well, this week in the Dog Show Drive, we're going to talk about the week that was, because that was a pretty big week we just had here at the Dog Show Drive in the
Big
Dog Show
week.
world.
Big
And
week.
we're also going to talk about questions arising about our entry services, who can enter and who cannot enter, or who takes entries, who doesn't take entries. We're going to get into that. Last week's question of the week. We're going to talk about all the response because we got a lot of response, bigger response, more response than anybody else. And then we're going to go to Kennel and Bench, Yvonne's favorite.
My
All
favorite.
that
And more.
on Will and Wise, the Dog Show Drive. Well, hi, why?
I will.
Are you exhausted?
I, I can't even speak as to how tired I am.
Well, you have to speak for the next
Oh,
hour.
well, that's why we had to delay taping. I was too tired yesterday. Oh,
Yeah.
so we'll go. What did you do while I was gone?
What did I do? I followed what was happening in
Oh,
Pennsylvania.
good for you.
Yeah, I didn't do a whole lot this weekend. That's mostly what I did. I watched the groups at Morris and Essex, and I watched whatever was live streaming throughout the rest of the week, and then I watched the group at Montgomery. So
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
on AKC TV. It was a fun-filled week of it was
it,
almost like Stanley Cup time.
it was
It
almost
was
like that.
I had to put my schedule around certain things so I could
Yes,
watch them.
and
So
watching the Blue Jays.
and watch the Blue Jays. Yeah, watching the
Yes.
Blue Jays last night was like watching the Leafs.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Because I watched the game on what was it, Sunday? Yeah, Sunday night. And when they were up
When
twelve
they started
one,
creeping up, I thought,
when they were
"Oh,
up
here we
12-1,
go."
I was watching it actually with Katie's dad, Jerry, and he said, "Oh, this should be good." I'm like, unless this says bottom of the ninth, I have no faith in a Toronto team holding
Well,
an extreme
exactly.
lead.
Flashes of Game 7 against Boston start going through us. Oh no.
So anyway, but they won that game, but yeah, last night not so much. And I actually turned it off once they tied. I'm like, I
Oh,
can't watch this.
six
My
to
heart,
one.
my
Six to
heart
well, the Leafs were up 4-1 in the third against the Bruins in this game 7.
doesn't
4-1.
matter. Doesn't matter. It's Toronto. It's a Toronto-based
Yeah.
team. Anyway,
I listened to a Toronto morning station here, and the first up with Carlo Koliakovo, and that's all doom and gloom. It's all doom and gloom. Every phone call is, "Oh, we blew it. That's it. Here we go. We're still up 2 games to 1, but it doesn't matter.
we're done. We're
They're
done.
going down."
But hopefully
Guess they
tonight.
play
Hopefully
again. They
tonight.
play again tonight. So
Yes.
when this airs, either they're on their way to the next round or they're on to game 5. So
They're on the way home to try and pull it out of the shitter. Oops, as we say.
they have a really good record at home. So
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
is that going for us.
Yes. It's very true. Very true.
Yeah.
So, but
And maybe Mitch
that's
Marner
fine.
will. No, never mind.
Good one.
So
Oh,
my next door neighbor is Neely Auto, right? Neely Auto Service, and Rob has
yep.
been looking after my cars for 30 plus years, and he's amazing. Well, he sent me a message today with a picture of a car. It's a Ford GT, and it's
Mm.
basically a race car that's made for the street, and it's got number 16 on the side of it. It was Mitch's old car.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and his dad sold it. It was here being, I guess, safetied. Um, yeah, so I said, "Oh, it's probably every lap it's in the lead until the stretch."
Exactly. Oh,
Oh,
so
oh well. He asked me if I
yeah.
wanted to come over and see it. I'm like, no.
No. No, I'm good.
That car is best.
Yes. So,
Oh, wow.
well, so I was gone for a long time. That was a
You
long
were gone for long, and you kept messaging me each night that you wanted to come home.
and it had nothing to do with the company I was in or whatever. It was
No,
just
I'm
like
sure.
it was a it was a hard realization that I'm no longer built to do dog shows in that manner anymore. Like I
What
am
was that
the
line from the Mark Messier documentary?
I don't know. I just know I'm so tired because Adam and Katie, that's their lab. That's what they do. So they carry a lot of dogs, and it
We
was
used to do that. Why?
I as I lay in bed every night, I would sit there and think, there's no possible way I used to do this and not be in bed at 8 o'clock because I
No.
used to go out, as you know. I used to go
Yep, today is Wednesday, so we'd already be in the kennel getting dogs ready to pack the truck for tomorrow to leave the dog show. And we
Yeah,
would be up all night getting dogs ready tonight and then
exactly.
getting dogs ready in the morning once we didn't get finished on Wednesday because we were leaving Thursday by noon, depending where the dog show was.
Exactly.
And
I'm
then
not I'm,
why do you like, oh, I can just watch that one in the dog show?
as I unload all the wooden crates. And
And
that's
I
the other thing.
direct you where to
I am
put
as
them.
weak as a kitten. Weak as a kitten. I can't do anything anymore. I can barely walk my own dog. When she decides to pull me, I'm just that pet owner being
Hold on
dragged.
there, Bubba Louie.
Well, it's really funny because I do walk her on a choker because she's terrible. But we started at Finger Lakes. So I flew from Thunder Bay to Toronto and then I drove over the border. And I'm going to have to tell you about my border experience crossing. Everybody who's freaking out about crossing the border, like, honestly, I have a very small border where I cross here in Thunder Bay, and those fellas do know us. So we don't get much of a hassle going into the America at all. So, but here I am, like bigger. Where did I cross?
Lewiston, Fort Erie.
No, Lewiston. I crossed at Lewiston. So I was a little bit paranoid because I know that sometimes they want more paperwork other than just your rabies or or as at my border, word of mouth that my dog's vaccinated. So I had my CDC form, I had my rabies, I had proof of registration, I had my documentation that I was actually entered at dog shows. Like I had all this stuff.
You were set.
I was set. I felt I was covered. I should not have any problem getting into America. I roll up, I roll down the back window so that the gentleman can see the crate in the back of the car. And he says, "Is it just you in there?" And I said, "Yes, just me." He goes, "You don't have a puppy?" And I said, "Oh yeah, the dog's in the crate." And he just looks in the window and he's poking his fingers into Fanny's crate. And he's like, "Is this a show dog?" And I'm like, "Yes." "Is she healthy?" "Yes." "Oh, do you win any money at these things?" I said, "Trust me, I spend more than I win." And he says, "Okay, well, have a great time." That was it. And thank you very much. And off I went. Like, I don't know where people are getting this, where they,
Start the car.
yeah, where they want to look in your phone and blah, blah, blah. Yeah,
Those things have happened, but
I
I think
know,
they're
but
far and few between. You know,
exactly, because
yeah.
if there was ever a time to want to, like, investigate someone, there's just little old me in my car with my bunch of luggage and my dog. Yeah, it was an easy border crossing. So I went to Finger Lakes. That's a lovely show site there. Lovely show
Never
site.
been there before?
Yeah, probably, but like I'm old. I forget things. Like,
Okay.
you know. So, but it really, really nice show site. Fanny and I went on some really nice little pet walks through the park. And yeah, it was great. And they had some specialties there. Pretty good entry. Who did I see there? Well, there's just lots like uh, Karen Mamamo, she was there. Our good friend Pete, he was there. His mom and dad were there too, and they're both on the mend. They've had some health issues, but they were both looking spry.
Well,
So
that's good news.
it was yeah, it was a
You know,
good time. So then, but where it really started to get dicey for me was we went home Sunday night and we got in late Sunday night. Not as late as we could have, but we got in late. And then Monday we had we only had a day and a not even a day and a half to get ready for Morris and Essex on Wednesday because you had to leave on Tuesday. And then we had to go line up. Let me tell you about the lineup. Morris and Essex. So Tuesday, originally I heard, or what everyone was told, was there was no getting into getting on the grounds until Wednesday morning. But somewhere somebody thought, that's not going to work. And they're right. So they let people in on Tuesday. And so we sat in line Tuesday to get in to set up for about just over an hour or so. And there was supposed to be only
So
one way to get into the park. But as we're going along, there's people joining our line everywhere. So you're thinking, what's going on? Anyway, that's a really big area. It is very spread out.
yeah.
Um, if I were
Well, they
in like,
had 4,500 plus dogs, so
right,
they need a big
and
area.
yeah, and so in my opinion, it's a fabulous show for the handlers that do it. All the power to you because that it is nuts. Like it is
It's a
nuts.
lot of work, yeah.
Yeah, but for like if I hadn't been with Adam and Katie, if I would have just gone in my minivan as a one, I'm showing my one dog or my one breed. That's a very nice I think that's a lovely show to go to, even as just like a little pet owner, you know, owner handler, because there's lots of grooming space under tents that you can set up. The parking is mental.
Well,
It's
there's no that it has to be. There's no way
yeah,
around it. I'm sure the guys
no.
did the best they could.
Yeah. So, but I mean, as far as like to manage it as a single breed person, definitely doable. I think if I go back, I probably would rather be a spectator because unfortunately, I did not see as much as I would have liked to have seen when I was there.
Because you were
But
helping.
because
You were
I was
busy.
help, yeah, because I was helping, which was, it's all good, but it's just the amount of dogs and the rings, and it's just, and I did take pictures of they have a lovely tent where you can watch where they hold the groups. They have a big tent and there's
Oh yeah, it's
you know
beautiful there.
stuff
Mm.
to beverages. They didn't serve alcohol though. They didn't serve
That's
alcohol,
nice.
but
That's
anyway,
okay.
but there was hors
Every show can't be
d'oeuvres.
the Thunder Bay Legion.
There was hors d'oeuvres. It was very nice. And yes, people dress up. It's fantastic. That part
It is
is
fantastic. Yeah.
fantastic. It was
We've
lovely.
had some discussion, Linda and I, about the Old York Kennel Club because the Old York Kennel Club is called the Old York because Old York is what
Yeah.
Toronto was Yorktown, like it was York
Yes. Yeah.
and Old York. So we've decided that we may make one day because it was
I
back in the
think you
40s.
should.
Make
I think
one
you
day
should.
a retro day. Yeah. So
Yeah. It was so that part totally lived up to its
not this
name.
year, buddy. Next year. Not this show. The one after. We're already busy this one.
Yeah. Totally lived up to its name. It was fantastic. Watching the groups was fun. Now, I do know on AKC TV, though, they kind of were cutting off the ends of the group, like the group placings.
Yes, I
They did,
missed fourth in a couple groups. Yes.
yeah, and it was that's a bummer, but
Yeah.
yeah, but it was good. I did get a catalog, um, but it was
Did you
just
get Bruce to sign it?
no when I could have because he was
You could
there.
have.
Ugh.
Friend of the show.
Friend of the show, Bruce Schultz. Yeah, so so it was great. And I saw Janice, friend of the show, Janice Hayes,
Another
and
friend of the
her
show,
husband,
Janice. Yes.
Eric. They were there. I saw Peter and Michelle Scott. They
Oh,
were
good.
there.
Yeah.
They did
And they did well. They did
yeah,
well, I think. Yeah.
yeah,
So,
they had a good weekend. And other friend of the show, Luke Eric. I saw Luke.
ah,
I got to say hi to Luke
our
and
dear friend Luke. Yeah.
yeah, and have a little chat with him. So that was great. Oh, saw Brad and Christina Hurd. They were
Yeah.
there as well. So a lot of people. Mia Vavrova, she was showing English setters. She was actually right in front of me in English setters. So we had yeah, it was great. It was a good time. It was a
And she
good
had a
time.
chat.
We did. Nancy Warner with English Setters was also there. She had a class dog. So yeah, it was great. And so then the lineup for the day of, we once again, okay, and this is where you know you're old, where oh my goodness, we're sitting in line at like 5:15. 5:15. And we're
5:15, you've gotten up, you've done what you had to do, and gone back to bed.
at home, I would have. So there was that, but other than that, it was fantastic. And then we went to the next location was Hatboro Dog Show, another fantastic set of grounds.
Yeah, it's beautiful
Hatboro,
grounds.
they have really really nice grounds. So those were enjoyable shows as well. Lot of specialties there, a lot of specialties. And then there's I did go down to where it's just like exclusively the terrier rings. There was some rings that had in the general all breed area that did have terrier shown in them, but the majority of terriers, they actually set them off into this
Because
other.
there are so many of them,
There
they
is,
just
and
area.
it really is like a national type setting because everybody's got their seats, they're staked out at their ring, and yeah, it was great. And so I did not get to see David and Pat Gignac. That was my
Oh,
own fault because
I watched them judging. I watched someone. I think Celso did some live
live
streaming, so I got
streaming.
to watch that, yeah, a
But I
little bit.
tried
Yeah,
to catch them at Hatboro, and when I finally thought to myself, why don't you just text them? Because of course I just go searching for people.
yeah.
Pat,
I do that when I'm
David.
looking for something too. So why don't you just Google the store and see if they have it?
Right. So anyway, I
No,
texted
I want
them.
to go see it and talk to a person.
I texted them and they were like, we just left. I was like, ah. So anyway, but yeah, David had a great time. I saw judging, so that was wonderful. Um, yeah, so it was great. It was really great. I'm really, really tired. I'm glad I did it. Fanny had a good time. She showed well. She represented our breed well. She did well. I was proud of and I had to show her because Adam was too busy to show her, which was fine. But I'm tired now. Oh, I'm not built for 7 shows in 9 days. Well, I am just not. Just not.
I know it. I know it.
Yeah, but it was good. So glad to be home. And flying home, I actually flew from Boston, Toronto, Toronto to Thunder Bay, and
I know
then
you came here.
yes,
We
yeah,
came here. We went over some notes and did some videos, and yeah,
had some supper. Yep.
had dinner. Yes, had
Yeah.
dinner. And
And
let
then
Fanny go out for a run in the yard.
yeah, then of course Air Canada lost my luggage on the way home. But other than that, they didn't lose
Yeah.
my dog. They did
Oh,
lose my luggage, but
oh, the Lord, the
but
Lord.
it came the next day. So came the next day relatively unscathed.
No
So
little pry bars on it and stuff.
no, no,
Who's
but
trying
that's
to get in here?
the other reason we couldn't do the show because I said I had no makeup, no makeup to put on. I needed something to cover the bags under my eyes.
Well, I didn't do my hair. I did my hair today for radio.
Looks
Yeah,
good. 2
yeah.
minutes for looking so good, Richard.
It's
There
just
we
my
go.
Sean Connery look.
Yes, yes, it
Yes.
does look like that. Yes. Okay. So
All
that
right.
I
Well, we have a few
survived.
things. You did, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
It was a rough week for our English setter world,
It
though.
was.
It
This was
really was. Yeah,
terrible. Yeah.
yeah. We lost two huge personalities in our breed, in our sport, let alone
Yeah.
our breed, in our
Agreed. Yeah.
sport. Yeah, we lost Garth Gorley. If anybody who we always called him Gigi. He was there's nobody like Garth. We had
No,
so much fun with Garth throughout the years,
always.
and I've known Garth since I was a little boy. Like, there's no question. He was taking pictures and showing dogs even back then, and
Yeah.
he's just always been there, and I could always count on Garth if something funny happened. He would remark even on messages, even when we got into the phone era, he would message, he'd
Yeah.
something funny, he was
Yeah.
he was
He
the
was
best.
just Just a
Well,
great guy.
and he was so good. He could he could take a joke. He
Oh,
would give out jokes. He
yeah.
was. Do you remember when we were getting Adele's picture taken, and Inga James was the photographer, was the judge, and Garth was the photographer, and this was back in the years of this is like 1998, so that's
Yeah.
almost 30 years ago. We're idiots even back then, and we're getting the picture taken, and I've got Adele, and then
I'm
Iman's giving me
helping.
instructions, and then we're bugging Garth, make sure he
Garth.
takes the lens cap off or get his
Oh,
finger out of the way. And Inga James just looked down at us and said, "You two are idiots."
Garth was so good about it. And he was
Oh,
so
he was great.
uh,
I remember one show where he was set up on the stage. That's where he had his camera set up and he was on the stage.
yeah.
And I used to go to the curtains like I was a prompter. I'd say, "These pretzels are making me thirsty," and
Thirsty.
he would try not to laugh as he was working. Right? These pretzels are making me thirsty.
Oh, he was so fun. He was so fun. And then remember
I
the
remember
guy at the corner store when you were
in Hornby.
in
Yeah,
Hornby
he reminded us of Garth so much. We used to ask Garth why he worked at the Hornby General Store,
store.
and that was ongoing. Like
Oh, forever. We
even
did that
till last
forever.
year, he'd be on holidays. I'm like, "Who's watching the store?" Oh my
Exactly.
gosh. I
Uh,
remember and he was a great photographer. He was a good old-fashioned dog
yeah,
photographer. He was a
he
great
was.
photographer. There
Yeah.
was no Photoshop. There was none of this nonsense.
Maybe a little
Eh,
black marker.
well, he was doing the pictures of the combined back when it was in New Jersey. And with the dog, I was showing one English setters. We get the picture taken, and I got it back, and I said, "Oh, you should have told me my hand was showing." No problem. He took a marker, and I took out my hand. There you go. No charge. Thanks, Garth.
Thanks, Garth. So fun.
He was the best. We're gonna miss him
Oh,
so much at dog
yeah.
shows and just
Oh,
everything,
just
right?
in general,
Yeah.
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 He was a great dad, great husband, just such a great friend though. Yeah.
Oh, we used to. I'd go to his place and he'd show me the sheep, and then
The
we'd.
llamas.
What's that?
He had llamas too at one point in
Oh
time.
yeah, he was incredible. He was incredible, and he'd
Yeah.
do anything for you. Like
Yeah.
I went there one day because he called me and said, "I've got 4 snow tires. I think they'll fit your Equinox. Come on, take a look at them." They didn't fit, and they were on these old rusty rims, right? But oh well, thanks for coming out.
Exactly. He did my first engagement photos. He went out to his farm.
Uh, but he
Yeah.
did a lot of promo photos for me for my
Yeah.
other podcast for dog
Yeah.
show tips.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like all the ones you see in the gray suit where I'm being an idiot and stuff.
Yeah.
That was Garth. And I think actually the one where you and I for this dog show drive where I'm wearing the black shirt, I think Garth took that one too. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, he was the best.
I remember he took photos of me. He needed to test the lighting and stuff. And I was at this I think we were we were downtown Toronto because Mike Macbeth had done this Irish show.
Oh, the Irish show at the Prina building. Yeah.
Yes. And so Garth was the photographer and he was testing his lighting. So he said, "Oh, sit there, why?" So then, of course, I'm an idiot. And so we do this Pamela Anderson photo shoot. It was so funny.
Oh, he
And
was
he
fun. He
printed the
was
pictures and gave it.
I think you sent me one. The one where you're like pondering.
So fun.
Oh, he was
Oh,
amazing.
yes.
He always had Fuzzy Peach jujubes on his desk at the dog show.
Yeah. Yes,
I
he
always
did.
stole
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, and
Eh,
then we also
yeah.
lost Kate Hanlon.
Yes.
Eileen.
Longtime partner,
Yeah. Eileen
Eileen
Hackett.
Hackett, and just the best. She was again
So
so much fun. When I was down there campaigning Miss P, I was always getting photo bombed. You know, how you take the Canine Chronicle picture of Best in Show. 9 times out of 10, There's Kate in the background.
Kate.
Photo
So
bombing my pictures,
so
right?
Kate.
Oh, she was the best, and
Oh, she was.
she was a good English setter, but she had a good
Oh,
eye.
she did. She definitely did.
She should have gone on to be a judge. She was so
She
good.
should have. She was
Yeah,
very encouraging to me when I said I wanted to apply for my license. She's like, "Why haven't you already?" Like, well, basically started giving
yeah,
me crap for it, and like, we need more people like you. And she was so much fun just to sit in kibitz with. All like,
yeah,
loved when she showed up at a show that I was at. Just loved it because she was just fun, lighthearted about stuff. Never took herself too seriously.
yeah,
Just and a loving person, like, and you could tell that she loved the breed. She had Brussels in the end,
yeah, yeah.
because she co-owned a
House
lot. I think
dogs.
she co-owned them with Adam, or co-bred them with Adam too, right? And so she was
Yeah.
just
It
the
was a
big
rough week.
big lost for
Yeah, it
our
was a
for our
rough week.
fancy. And telling you, the English setter people, you can't beat them. We're the best.
And if you do, they get mad at you.
Yeah, our condolences to, both Garth and Kate's families and friends. And it's just, yeah, not much more we can say about it. So,
No. Anyway,
yes. Well, we
let's
should
carry
probably
on before we get to
get
the
all
Clint.
weepy. Yeah. So let's go across Canada, driven by guess what?
Driven by show scene where every dog takes center stage. Back to you, why?
Thanks, Will. So last weekend was United Kennel Club, October 3rd to the 6th. October. Oh. Saint Antoine Abbey in Quebec. They had four shows that had 471 dogs and a Monday show. I'm not sure what that meant. And a Monday show. Oh, maybe she got the results before we were done. So,
Oh, okay, yeah, I see. Yeah.
yes.
Because
So
last year there were four shows with 963 dogs.
that's
Does
quite a
that mean
drop.
that the Monday show had like 500 dogs? I'm just kidding.
I'm thinking no. I'm
No,
just thinking no.
I think they're down this year, but
Yeah.
it was up against a pretty rough weekend. So
Mhm.
to go against with
Yeah.
all that all going
Yeah.
on in the Pennsylvania area.
Wasn't the United Kennel Club also back in the day? Didn't they? Weren't they in November?
Yes.
Yes,
Used to be the
right?
exact same weekend as Caledon
Paladin,
because you
right?
had to make your decision if you're
Yes.
going to
And we
Caledon
would
or
go
United, and they were both wonderful shows and
and
huge shows,
large.
like big
Yep,
shows. So
big,
you could go either
big.
way and still be big.
Yes.
Big mistake. Big.
Yeah. So anyhow, so they were down. They were obviously down, and yeah, it would definitely probably due to the fact that there was a lot happening not that
Yes.
far south of the border. And the other show was the Abigwit
I don't know.
Kennel Club. Kennel Club.
You got
Um,
me.
Oc- October
They should
3rd
put
to
it
the
phonetically. They should write it phonetically in Canuck
for us.
Dogs.
Exactly. And that was held in Charlottetown, PEI, and they had
Instead of
five
Minifin.
shows. Five shows, and they had,
Sorry.
I'm the one who's more tired than you, and yet
I'm
you are
pretty
all
tired.
giddy over there.
I'm pretty tired. That's why I'm like this.
So back to our show. Um, they had five shows. They had 719 dogs. And that is up from last year of
That's excellent.
549 dogs. So that's pretty good.
And those are good numbers for Prince Edward Island. That's
I would think
great.
so. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. So that was across Canada, brought to you by Show Scene Magazine, where every dog takes center stage. Anyway, and then we have our upcoming shows brought to you by Canuck Dogs, your source for Canadian dog show events online. And seeing as we're already in October, we're going to talk about November shows. So, first on our list is November 14th. It's the Georgina Kennel and Obedience Club held in Lindsay, Ontario. And it starts on November 14th to the 16th. And the closing date is October 29th. And that's 3 all breed shows, limited breed shows for groups 1, 2, and 5 for obedience trials, and 6 rally obedience trials. And then we also have the Newfoundland All Breed Kennel Club, and that's held in St. John's, Newfoundland, and it's from on the September 15th and the 16th, closes on November 5th, and that's 4 all breed shows. Then next we have Aurora and District Kennel Club, and this is the Crown Classic. And that's held in Mississauga, Ontario, and it starts on November 20th to the 23rd, and it closes on November 4th. And that's 4 all breed shows, the CKC National Championship Show, limited breed shows for groups 1, 3, 5, and 6. And then heading out west, we have the Lethbridge and District Kennel Club, and that's held in Lethbridge, Alberta. And the start date on that is November 21st through to November 23rd. It's 3 all breed shows and limited breed shows for groups 1, 3, and 7, and it closes November 5th. And then we have also out west in Calgary, Alberta, the Evelyn Kenny Kennel and Obedience Club, starting on November 8th, concluding on the 30th.
November 28th.
28th. 28th. Did I not say 28th?
You said 8th.
8th. Oh, that'd be
That's
wrong.
a long show. That's a month
of
I will not.
Kenny. I will not attend. Anyway, on November 28th through to the 30th, it's closing on November the 10th, and it's 3 all breed shows and limited breed shows for groups 1, 6, and 7. And finally, back in mono, is it mono or mono? Mono, like as in monotone.
As in mononucleosis. Is that even a thing anymore, mono? I remember when you're in high school, mono was a big deal. Oh no, I think she's got mono.
I still think you can get it because doesn't, yeah, whatever. I was going to say something I was going to say something medical, and I'm like, no, you don't. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Why? Stay in your lane. Caledon.
Don't take it. Right.
Caledon Kennel Association. Starting on November 28th, going through the 30th, closing on November 12th. And that's 3 all breed shows and limited breed shows for groups 1, 3, and 5. So that's all of our CKC events. Now, for a treat for everyone, we also have what's going on at Oxford Dog Sports. And these are all breed international dog shows.
Yeah, the ABI dog shows.
ABI dog shows. So, yeah. Oh, and there's some other fun stuff too. So on
they have lots of fun stuff going on.
Yeah. So on the weekend of October 19th, they have the Country Harvest Trial, which is UKC Nosework. So they have an exterior, a vehicle, and 2 exterior, and those are locations where they do the nose work. So that's
right.
So folks know. And then they have the ABI Fall Fiesta Trial, and these are scent dog games, and there are four times. It says 4 games. This trial will also have a demonstration of the new ABI sport, Lost and Found. Ooh, so that's interesting.
I wonder what that is.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out from Sean next time. What is Lost and Found?
And then the following weekend on October 25th and the 26th, there's the ABI Sweater Weather Trials. I love sweater weather. And it's the ABI Country Rat Race Trials. So I actually don't know what rat race is. Is that like barn hunt or something? I'm not sure.
I think it's along those lines, but it
something
might be
like
inside. Yeah.
Yeah. So it is.
You'll have to come on and explain it to us.
Yes, we're gonna make a note of that. Megan, make a note. We need some answers to these. What type of sports are going on? So there's two trials of all 4 levels. So that is what's happening in October. And when we get closer to November, we will let you know what's going on then. But as an aside, we do have, we will post this on our Facebook page. So if
we'll post the whole schedule right to December.
We'll post that schedule for you.
Yeah.
Yes. So that was your upcoming shows brought to you by Canuck Dogs, your source for Canadian canine event information online. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
And then finally, some reminders for closing. We have the Moncton Kennel Club closing on Wednesday, October 15th, which is next Wednesday, which means We are that much closer to Christmas because that's October 15th. um, and the show secretary for that show is Nancy Downing. And then we also have the Red Deer and District Kennel Club also closing on Wednesday, October 15th. And that show secretary is Arctic Dreams. So that's that.
Arctic Dreams. When I had the farm up in Mount Forest, it was a hot tub right by the river, and I used to have to call Arctic Dreams hot tubs to come and do it. They're probably not related.
Not related. Arctic Dreams hot tubs.
Just a little plug
Sounds
there if you want to call us Arctic Dream hot tubs for
sounds sultry.
Burt Bacharach playing in the background.
Right? Just groovy. All right. Topic of the week, Will.
Yep, brought to us by Leading Edge Dog Show Academy. Your success is our success.
Your success, our success.
So, dog show entries. Question: why is it one or the other? This was brought up to us, and we did some digging to see what we could find out.
Did a little research. Okay, Megan did some research.
We were made aware of a situation that when entering some shows, you have to use only one online entry service for certain shows. In Canada, there is not one service that can enter all shows for you. We wondered why that is and headed to the two largest online show entry services in Canada. Here are their responses to the questions. Why can you only enter certain shows through your service and not all shows? Go ahead.
Do you want me to do the next part?
You can do the next part.
So the two services that we asked were dogshow.ca and then Entryline. So the reply, so the reply from dogshow.ca, they wrote back to us and they said that dogshow.ca provides its event secretary software entirely free to event secretaries and clubs. All ongoing maintenance, timely customer support, payment processing, and future development are solely funded by entry service fees from online submissions. We're continually building new tools to improve the experience for everyone involved. One recent example is our newly released Ringside app. Available at no cost, it delivers live schedules and live running orders with push notifications for both ring stewards and competitors. It is now available on the Apple App Store, Google Play, and the Microsoft Store. And we're not stopping there. In 2026, we're rolling out even more enhancements to our complimentary live results feature, giving competitors richer insights and a clearer view of their results as events unfold. So, didn't really answer our question, but
no.
But it is some of this stuff is pretty, like the new app. That's
that's exciting. There's no question.
Yeah,
it makes things easier for people at the shows. That's wonderful.
And I think it is fair to say the difference between the two entry services is that yes, dogshow.ca is actually show secretary software where you log in. The show secretary can manually enter, because I've used it as a show secretary. You can manually enter entry information. So if you still get an entry in the mail, who knows if people even do that anymore, but or via email, you can enter the dog's information, you can take a payment, et cetera, all through the dogshow.ca site. And then compared to Entryline, where Entryline takes your entry and submits it to the
they can do it on phone or email. They can do either,
Yes, because I've entered and I've used Entryline to enter family.
I've used both. Shows. I've used Entryline because it's well, I don't want to plug either one of them, but I've used both and been successful with both.
Well, Entryline has been around longer.
Somebody. Entryline's been around since I started showing dogs pretty well.
Yeah.
So as a professional anyway.
Yeah. So Entryline's response, and they Megan talked to them by phone. They said the CKC doesn't have it in its rules that only one company can accept entries, so it should be allowed to have entries accepted from any company to the show secretary, except by ways mentioned in section 8.4.2 of the rule book and the CKC rules for entry. So Megan looked up that rule, and
Of
this
course she
was
did.
because she's good that way. And so here are those rules, and these are last updated on March
23rd,
21st.
21st or 2020?
Yeah, well, that's a question. We're not sure if it was 2023 or 2021, but either way, it is what it is. So this is from the CKC rulebook.
I think
So
Canada's date, month, year, though, isn't it? So it'll be
day, month,
March
year.
23rd, 2021.
Okay, what Will said.
Yeah,
Anyhow, so 8.4 acceptance of entries. If indicated in the premium list, an electronically transmitted entry may be accepted provided the entry is accompanied by a credit card charge authorization. Telephone and telegraph entries are prohibited except as provided by the board in the event of a postal disruption.
right.
No entry
And that,
shall
that
be.
doesn't mean entry line, because entry line you actually call the service. You
Right,
give them your
right.
information and they send it off for you. So
Correct.
that's their service.
Yes. So, no entry shall be accepted from or on behalf of any person who is officially known to be expelled, deprived of privileges, debarred, or suspended by the CKC or any other registering body for purebred dogs.
So
And then
any registering body, wow.
any,
Okay.
yes, any. So a club accepting an entry after, oh no, oh, I missed one here. After entries closed, no further entries may be accepted, canceled, or substituted other than as otherwise stated in this section or as provided for in the case of a postal strike. A
Which we're in
club,
now. So
yes. But I don't even think any of us use that for
no,
dogs
it
and
doesn't
entries.
matter.
Because I decide generally about 2 hours before closing that I'm going. It's a true story. A club accepting an entry after the date specified in the premium list shall be subject to an administrative charge as set by the board. Also, the show secretary must be in possession of all entries at the time of closing. The closing date for entries must not be less than 10 days prior to the date of the show, with the exception of confirmation field trials. If under 10 days, the club shall be subject to an administrative charge as set by the board. No entries may be changed or altered after the close of entries, with the exception as stated in section 8.1.5 in case of a judge change, substitute, or overload, or an exhibitor may enter a dog under the replacement judge, providing that the dog is entered in one of the regular classes of a show being held at the same venue and has been assigned a competition number. A new entry along with accompanying fees will be accepted by the show secretary up to 1 hour prior to the start of the show. See sections, blah, 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 blah. So that means if your dog was already entered at the show, but you were like, I ain't showing to that guy.
Yeah.
And then that
Will
guy
always
got,
interested in that. I'm not going to show it to
yeah,
Will. So
and that guy got overloaded or substituted, then you may say, oh, I'll enter under that judge now. And you have to still
yeah.
pay your entry fee. In a limited entry show where the opening date and specific time is noted on the premium list, no entry shall be accepted prior to that date and time. So that's the rules. So really, there is
Yeah.
nothing stating you can't
Take them both.
monopolize
Yeah.
monopolize entries. So it's kind of
Yeah. It's, I still don't understand why it's being done. But
yeah. I don't know because to me it's kind of silly in a way
yeah.
because an entry service is an entry service and show secretary services are show secretary services. I mean they
Right.
work together, but I don't
Why
understand
couldn't they work together? Like, so yeah,
exactly.
they're using the software from one company. Well, why couldn't the other company send it to the one company for them to forward for? So they're working together
Yeah.
instead of
Yes.
creating any kind of animosity. I wish Bob Gillum was still here. He'd settle this. He'd
Right.
settle this.
And that's that.
Yeah, this is how it's being done, people.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a tough one. I think we don't have a huge population in this country for showing dogs, and to deny someone a right. It'd be like if I had a McDonald's and you wanted to open up Burger King across the road, I can't stop you.
No,
I can't
no.
stop you.
Unless it was the same leasing property and that was a stipulation in your lease.
Yeah. But, yeah,
And like, and that's the only thing that would, legally stop you from doing something like that if it
we
was,
didn't I didn't check with our legal department on that topic, but,
yeah,
you know, I
yeah.
have been in contact with them.
Yes, our legal department. Yes. We have got one now.
But it's
Not that
interesting.
not
It's
that
an
anything's
interesting
happened.
topic. No.
It is an interesting topic, but and to me it's almost a bit we're kind of like shooting ourselves in the foot again here. You're trying to get people
Yeah.
to enter dog shows and you're making it difficult. It's like, what are you, the CRA? Like everything's difficult. But it's true.
And like,
It-
way I think of it, if we were having the Will and Why Kennel Club, we were taking entries, I'd want them all to come to me. I
Everybody,
wouldn't want oh no, I can't. So because like, okay, so if I called the YY Pet Supply Entry Service and said I'd like to enter the Will and Why Dog Show, and you said no, we can't accept that. What if I was in a mood to say, oh well, I
Well,
won't
then
go
I'm
this
sure
weekend.
that could possibly happen. And I
Oh,
actually do.
I'm sure it has
Well,
happened.
I do recall someone on Facebook saying they were all lined up to enter and they went to go through their regular entry service and that entry service told them that no, we can't forward entries for you. And they were like, "Oh well, I
Well,
guess my little
well,
five dog entry is not going to happen."
and our population is an aging population for exhibitors, and let's just say the top half of the aging, they like to call and talk to somebody.
Yeah.
They
Well, it's
like
so
direction.
true.
It's true. It's very
It's
true.
very
It's
true.
very true.
Yep.
So, like I've always just called my entries in
Yeah.
to whoever, and then I kibitz with them and talk with them for a little bit. We joke about something, and then sometimes we forget to put the entries in. No, but yeah,
And
there is
it's
a
it,
that
to me,
in an aging population, and there's some people that aren't savvy
yeah.
with online things.
Yep.
You
Well,
need the alternative, you know.
yeah, and I mean, I know in the States there's much more volume, obviously, and there's more, and I mean, and they run things slightly different because their show superintendents do the show secretary services as well.
They still have services. They still have
Yeah,
phone-in services. I still call and talk to
you
somebody, enter my dog.
Yes, but I'm just saying you can call the actual superintendent or go online with that actual superintendent and create your dog's profile, and your dog will be entered under that superintendent. But they also have entry services where you enroll with an entry service. And I mean, handlers use them mostly, but
Oh,
breeders use them too. And you have your account and you have your list of dogs and the pertinent information. And then if you want to enter shows, you go on your account, you go tick, tick, tick. These are the dogs I need entered at these shows. You hit the go button. That
yeah.
entry service then submits your entries to the appropriate show, right? And I mean, essentially what Entryline does, correct? That's
Hmm.
what Entryline does. And then, but I've never heard in the States where that show superintendent won't accept entries from an entry service.
Right. I don't.
Because in my
There may be
opinion,
if there's a case like that out there, someone let us know. But I've never
yeah,
heard of that. So,
no, and it's like
I don't
cutting your
know.
nose off to spite your face. Now, every once in a
Right.
while, you'll find there may be a smaller specialty, and they will have a show secretary, an actual show secretary, just like we do in Canada. It's like, club member so and so. And then there may be some different or restrictions as to how, they may not be able to take the payment the
Well, they
way
might not
the,
be built or to be able to
yeah.
take
So,
those type of entries.
but
So
that stuff is like, that is pertinent and, blatant information in their premium lists. And so, when you're doing this, you need to either, send your money by PayPal or some sort of electronic transfer funds, if they don't take credit
can you do
card.
it by PayPal? I didn't know that.
Some of them. Anyhow, but yeah, I feel it's unfortunate that this kind of occurred, and I hope it's not I hope it's not a commonplace thing.
Right. Yeah. 'Cause it makes it tough on people that to get their entries in. Like I hate to say it, there is an aging population in our
Yep.
sport that
Yep.
is not computer savvy, and they like to call and talk to somebody.
Yep. And they don't want to get computer savvy either.
No, no.
It's just if I can't do it my way, it's no way. I'm
Exactly.
getting like that too.
All right.
So,
Well, that was the topic of the week, sponsored by Leading Edge Dog Show Academy. Your success is our success.
and
All
speaking of,
right.
just quickly, Allison and Jamie are in Africa.
They're in Africa right now. I know I've been
Mhm.
getting photographs and pictures, well, photographs and pictures, but one and the same. I've been getting pictures and messages, and
Yeah.
he told me one story. He told me is they're in a I guess like a camp,
Yep.
but they have to have an armed guard take them to the bathroom at night if they need to use the bathroom in the middle of the night. They've
Because
got
the
a,
lions,
I guess so. Don't know.
lions are gorillas. Like gorillas, not like "Roar," but like
They need it. Well, they're on with a spear, so I don't
oh.
know.
Did you see the one picture of the ostrich like going through the
No, I
Al it was
missed
a
that one.
well, it was on Allison's and it was like an ostrich like racing through and I messaged her. I was like, I swear to God, I thought Jamie was gonna be running behind it, chasing it. It's pretty funny.
You
Anyhow.
catch it.
Yeah. So anyhow, that was oh yeah, so that was the topic of the week. And now we're going to do the question of the week brought to you
Yes.
by ProPlan.
Last week's question of the week.
Yes. Brought to you by ProPlan. Fuel the champion in your dog. So last week's question, after we had our big Montgomery show, was do you think Canada should have its own major terrier show similar to Montgomery? And we got a variety of answers.
Yeah.
And basically, everyone wants a group show
Yeah,
for their
a
group,
group show that are
a
of
group
their own.
show of their own. And I totally agree. And I think what we should do, maybe this is the show we should do. Maybe this will be like the pinnacle of the group shows and have them all at one show. And every group show has a big,
And no best in show. Didn't AKC used to do that? Alberta Kennel Club used to do that the first day. Didn't they all have it was just a bunch of group specialties?
well, it was a bunch, there was just like lots of specialties, and any of the breeds that didn't have a group show, they did a limited breed, like a limited breed show for them.
Yeah.
So, but kind of, yeah, they did that on the Thursday. Yeah,
I think they had
Thursday.
something like that, yeah.
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 Yeah. So
Well, there was
anyhow,
no best in show. You just showed until your group win, and then you won your group, or you
and
placed
that
in your
was
group,
it.
and
It was like,
yeah, your day was
yay,
over. Yeah.
yay. So, so our
And
good,
Nancy Ann Struthers, she wrote a major herding show. Less focus on best in show, more focus on breed level judging with breeder judges would transform the sport and shine the spotlight on the dogs and the breeders. That makes a good point.
I totally agree with that. And the other
Yep.
thing, that I think that I wish we did more in Canada too, that they do in the States, is that how in America they'll have a specialty be the breed judging for the day.
Yeah,
I
some of
like
them do.
that too. I actually like that idea too. And I think for something like a specialty group show, like to have something be a actual specialty for your breed, where you like intensify the fact that it's a specialty.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Catherine
um,
Grant wrote, we used to have it. The Terrier Breeders Association show was once a standalone show with between 400 and 500 terriers entered. And that's true. It was a big
it's
event.
so
And I don't
true.
know what happened. I don't know why we let it dwindle the way it did. Not that it dwindled, but our entries are way down and they have the shows now. I think they have them they have them roving around Canada, I think, Terrier Breeders Association. I know that there was one at Erie Shores and it got a nice entry of 100 and something terriers, but this was a whole day of terriers, and we all worked
Yeah.
to that day,
Yeah.
So,
Yep. It was awesome.
yep, it really was.
Um,
It was a great show, and
yeah.
it brought out people that you only saw once or twice a year. and with their terriers, there was always like old time terrier people bringing their dogs out for TBA.
Yep. Yep, for sure. Um, who else do we have? Sheila Gunther Brimod. I used to love going to the Lower Mainland Dog Fanciers Show in Chilliwack every year. They worked hard to get great judges, international judges, terrier judges. One year it was an entry of 115 terriers, and I was amazed at that entry. The All Terrier Club of Alberta has great numbers as well, but my favorite was the Lower Mainland Show in October. I drove every year to attend. It drew dogs from everywhere. It was well run, fun, and just a great venue. That
Yeah, it really
was.
was. The
Yeah.
Tradex, that was a wonderful venue, it was a
Yeah.
wonderful show.
Yes. Totally.
Franz
Um,
Gobbo wrote, "Of course, I'd be all for it. Even 150 entry interiors here in Canada would be amazing." So yeah,
it
like
would be
even
now.
though our entries and we do have some terrier specialties throughout the country. Like, there's the one in Manitoba that goes with MCA. I always got a nice entry. Um, but yeah, I think standalone group shows would be a great idea.
Hmm. Hers. Yes, and herding. We have some stunning herding dogs in Canada. That's true. We do. We
It
do.
is, yeah. We got a lot of
Um,
just yes, 100% yes, yes. Perhaps there should be a standalone. A lot of Group 7 people. A lot of Group 7 people want a
yeah.
herding specialty.
Yeah.
I think they must have been denied.
Denied. Yes.
But yeah, so I
Um,
think the consensus is yes.
yes.
Canada would like to have group specialties, standalone group specialties again. So,
Yeah. I think I think they're valuable too. Because I
well,
think
we
it's
used to have the sporting dog specialty here in
I remember that.
Ontario. So yeah,
Yeah. Well, there's
Peter
several
Cross.
all point there like there's all pointing dog clubs, and
Yeah.
that's a nice thing about the sporting group is that within the group there are three separate types of sporting dogs. You have your spaniels, your retrievers, and your pointing breeds. So
Yep.
it was always fun to compete in that, and then even within then with the breeds because. I remember Ovasa the Ottawa Valley All Setter
Oh,
Association. Ovasa
yeah.
used to be huge,
It was a big
huge.
deal. It was a big deal to win Ovasa.
Yep.
I remember when Mr. Eldridge came to judge it, and I was just a kid, and it was we didn't even care what happened at the dog show. That was all about Ovasa and the tri-setter
Yep.
specialty. It was
Oh, for
all about
sure.
that. That
One
was
of the
back when
few
it was just the
pictures,
three setters.
one of the few pictures I have hanging up of old dogs is one of, remember Angel Nelly? And when
Yeah.
Mrs. Clark came to judge Ovasa, Becky showed her for me and she went best of opposite. And I was thrilled with that.
Oh,
It was
Ovasa used to be
great.
Ottawa Valley All Setter Association. It was a big deal, and it drew some big name setters from across the continent.
Yep.
It really
Yep.
did. It was a big event.
Yeah. That was
It's
a
still
great.
a nice event. It's still nice to go there. It's
Yep.
nice to see the trophies and look back 20, 30 years who won this
Yeah.
trophy, right? You
Yeah.
see it, and it's just fun. And they
Yeah.
always have like setter auctions. Each club has an Irish setter auction and a Gordon setter auction, an
Yes.
Irish red
Yes.
and white auction,
Yep.
English
Yep.
setter auction, and then they have barbecues. And it was just, and they could probably make a standalone Ovas if they really thought about it, really
I
tried,
think so too.
because
Yeah.
setter people like to get together and do things like that. So
Because we are fun.
we are fun. We are a
Fun.
fun group.
Fun.
Fun group, I tell you.
Fun. Fun. Nothing but fun and friendly. Don't forget friendly. We are double F. Fun and friendly.
All right, Yvonne. Your favorite part of the day, or the show.
Right. But we also have to talk about, before I get to my favorite part, the
Oh,
question of the week for next week.
oh, I didn't even see
Remember?
that. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Remember?
I remember. I
Remember?
remember.
Remember? Remember?
All right.
So, the next week's question, because there's been some stuff happening and we
In
want to
our
talk
parent
about
club,
in
yes,
our
yes,
parent club in the CKC. So our question of the week is aside from cheaper fees for registration paperwork, what do we actually get out of being members of the Canadian Kennel Club? And we don't want this to be a free-for-all. We want some real serious
Right.
discussion and thought about it. I mean, it's easy. It's easy to bash everyone. It's easy to bash, but that's not what we want. Let's talk about what value we want from the CKC, basically.
Right.
Yes.
And it's amazing. There may be things out there that the CKC do that we as a general membership don't know
Right.
they do. It's like the AKC and the Humane Fund, and when Dominic was on telling us all about the
Exactly.
Humane Fund,
Yes.
nobody had an idea that the AKC did that for rescue dogs,
Yes.
and maybe the CKC has something like that as well that we don't
Exactly.
know about. But
And
we'd
so
like to
this
know about it.
exactly. So this question of the week, it's not just for our listeners, it's also for those within the CKC. Please come forward and start talking about what the CKC does for the membership and what
Right.
what you're paying for your membership and what are
Because
the
we don't
costs.
want this to end up being a negative question.
No,
We want
no.
to
We'll trash
side
it
with
if
the
it's just
positive
negative.
side.
Yes, we would like to.
Like we're generally asking what else there is. So
Yes, exactly. So that's our question of the week, brought to you by Pro Plan. Fuel the champion in your dog. Now, back to Kennel and Bench.
back to Kennel and Bench
Kennel
with
and Bench.
Yvonne Norton.
So this is from the June 9th.
Winner of the Buckeye News Hawk Award, Yvonne Norton. Take it
This
away,
just
Les.
in. Okay, from the June 1919 edition, June 1919,
19.
1919 edition.
Is this one by Mrs. Whitmore? I gotta stop doing that. Poor Mrs.
You are so lucky she's dead. Let me just tell you, because if she wasn't, you would be. All right. For our Swift Current dog fanciers, meet and will run a dog show at their fall fair. At a well attended meeting of the dog fanciers of the city on Tuesday evening at the office of Marshall and Kyle, a kennel club was formed to cooperate with the Swift Current Agricultural Society. Those present were as follows: C.E. Bothwell, J.A. Marshall, J.S. Playfair, J.A. Russell, J.A. is a very, anyway, J.E. Hemingway, W.W. Smith, W.
Anyway,
Hemingway,
you work for the Toronto Star.
yes, and H.J. Amos. The chair was occupied by Mr. Bothwell. Dog show at the fair. It was definitely decided at the meeting that a dog show should be held this year in connection with the annual fall exhibition, and in this regard, it may be remarked that arrangements have also been tentatively taken for the exhibiting here of several famous kennels from several parts of the West. Well, how about that? So they're all set to go in 1919, the Swift Current Kennel Club.
1919. Yeah.
Yes. So that
Founding
is.
member Eve Whitmore.
Oh,
I'll stop, Mrs. Whitmore. You know we miss you and love you.
yeah. So that is it.
Yep, that's it. So
That's it.
unless you have something else to add that you want to talk about, because I
No.
know.
Okay, remember when I was at your house on Monday and then Doc said we should be doing something, and I said to him, neither one of us are going to remember because nobody's written it down. Do you remember that?
I remember him saying that.
Remember him
Well,
saying
what did
that?
he want us to do?
So it's like this. Sorry, Doc. Don't remember what you said we should
Sorry,
do.
Doc. We appreciate everything you do to make us look and sound as best as you can possibly do.
And we know it's not easy. Do you remember?
I remember him telling us. I don't remember what it was.
I think it might. Okay. Well, anyway.
We need a chalkboard.
Yes. Don't forget, like, click, and subscribe to the podcast. Check us out on our Facebook
Oh, it
page.
had something to do with that, didn't it?
I know it did. That's why I paused before I started doing this. I can't remember what he said.
Because he wanted us to say that at the beginning. So we will.
We did. We did it.
We did it, Doc. We remembered.
We did it.
Good
We
thing we worked
remembered.
it through. So
Yeah.
now when we do the intro, we can say that, and Doc won't be the wiser that we forgot.
Yeah. Just cut this part out, Doc.
No, leave it in.
Okay. Anyway, like, click, and subscribe to the podcast. Check us out on our Facebook page, The Dog Show Drive. You can email us your ideas, comments, and more at dogshowdrive@gmail.com. So, for all of you
Yeah,
going to a dog show this weekend, because I am not,
I
seatbelts on,
am.
seatbelts on, glasses on, drive safe. Thanks, everyone.
See you there. Say, oh, I one more thing. I forgot.
What?
Don't cut this out, Doc. So everybody knows my dog's name is Clark. Well,
Oh,
I have
right.
a few dogs, but my Bouvier is Clark, and
Clark.
everybody knows Clark. So the first listener that comes up to me and says, "Your Bouvier name is Clark," gets this toque made by Nancy Johnson of Will and Wise Dog Show Drive. Are you even watching?
I am. It's good.
You don't
Darren's
get one.
texting me. Darren's texting me about supper, so.
Oh, okay. All right. Take us away again, Why?
Hey, if you're going to a show, which I'm not, seatbelts on, glasses on, drive safe, everyone. Till next
Stay
week.
safe, guys.